Hello, my name is Audrey Marie. Welcome to today's video. Hope y'all are having an amazing day. And today I will be starting Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is my roommate's all-time favorite book, so I figured I'll give it a shot because I just finished the entirety of the Crave series. So this is gonna be what I put in between my fantasy reads for this fall. I'm intrigued as to see what the story holds. My roommate's constantly talking this book up, and she's been trying to get me to read it for a while now. So this is even my friend's copy of Love Hypothesis. She's letting me borrow it, and I'm excited to see what this is about, and I'm also excited for the movie that's going to be coming out here soon. That's kind of why I want to read this book as well, is before the movie comes out. So I don't know a whole lot besides it's STEM. I'm excited to get into this. I'm a little scared. I don't think I've read a book where it's just STEM focused. I just know this is a very much loved book by a lot of different people. So I'm excited to see what's going on in this. I'm kind of going into it blind. This has been on my radar for a good while now, so I'm ready to get into this. It's now Wednesday, and I have got 150 pages through this book already. I'm on chapter 9, and I am eating this up. I am loving every single moment of this. I'm enjoying it. Some of the scientific terms, I don't entirely know what they mean sometimes, but I'm loving this book so much, and I'm surprised at how quickly I got into the story, and I enjoy how she doesn't get too far into the STEM aspects of this book because she could go so far into it and I would have no idea what she's talking about. So she goes over like the most important aspects. I'm not a huge fan of the name Olive, just not a huge fan of it, but I like them together. They're super cute together. I like how he keeps bringing up the Title IX that he could put against Olive, and it's just an on-running joke between the two of them now. I find it interesting how much they get along with one another and how much Adam softens with Olive compared to everybody else, because you can tell he's completely different around everybody else, and with Olive he is super sweet to her and seems like he would do anything for her, even though they haven't known each other for very long and haven't gotten to the depths of each other. They don't know too much about one another. I thought it was funny that the guy, Tom, that Olive was corresponding with from Harvard is one of Adam's friends. Adam got to know a bit more about Olive because of Tom included Adam in the conversation, and so now Adam knows a bit more as to why she chose to go down the path that she chose to, and it makes a lot of sense. Now that we know what her backstory is and why she chose to go down this path, I'm curious to know more of Adam's backstory, because we don't have a whole lot so far. But there's been a decent amount of PDA, and they're so awkward around one another, but it's super cute and endearing. So I'm enjoying it so far. I seriously need to do schoolwork, and I just was about to sit down and continue reading, but I'm already 150 pages in, and I figured I would give a little recap of what's been going on so far before I finish the book, or I get to page like 200 or page 300 later tonight. So I figured I'd give you a little bit of an update of how much I'm loving this book, even though I read 100 pages last night and I've read 50 pages before I went to my class today. So I'm eating it up. It's such a quick read. I'm breezing through it. It's not anything hard to understand. And as of this moment, I will probably want to continue this series as like a little palate cleanser between my big fantasy books. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my time reading this. So I did a little bit of reading last night, and I am now at page 276. I think I have less than 100 pages left. So I am on my way to finishing this book. I am eating it up. It is just such a quick read. Last night I was talking with my roommate about this book, and I asked her straight up, I was like, oh, hey, I have a question. Why did Holden make a comment to Olive being like, hey, watch your back when you're around Tom and watch Adam's back? I was kind of curious as to why that was going on. She was like, no, you'll just have to wait. and see. Just keep reading. And I was like, okay, yeah, something's gonna happen. And I was reading last night and I literally got to the scene where Tom talks to Olive after her big speech. And I was like, that son of a gun. I knew something was up. It was so obvious based on that. And even when going through this book so far, I was like, oh, I have a feeling I know where this is gonna lead off to, because it kind of made sense with her being in STEM, and I knew something was gonna happen. I didn't know when it was gonna happen or by who exactly until that comment happened, and I had a sneaky suspicion. And every single time Tom had to talk to her about something, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And now I know why. I hope Olive tells Adam what Tom did to her and how he was talking to her after her speech. Because that was so mean. That was so rude. I feel so bad for her. I loved how Adam noticed Olive crying whenever he went back to the apartment and just spent the entire night with her, basically. I was blushing last night during some of these chapters. But it was so sweet that he would literally do anything for her. And even when he's like, oh, you don't have to do this, he was like, but do you want me to? And she was like, yeah. And then he'll be like, okay, yes, I'll be here for you then. So he has such a sweet spot for her. Even, I think it was Holden, made a comment to Olive whenever Adam was out of town and being like, well, there's this girl that he liked for a couple years now, but I'm glad he finally got with you after all these years. And I'm like, oh, so he definitely liked her right off the bat there. So I am probably gonna finish this tonight because I have less than 100 pages. So I am loving this book. It's such a good quick read. No, not much high stakes. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying my time while reading this, but I'm gonna keep reading. I hope everything gets wrapped up. I hope Adam finally realizes the true nature of Tom, even though they've been friends for so long. This thing that Tom is doing to Olive reminds me of what happened to Adam and his past professor, because we finally heard the background of him and his professor that he doesn't like. So it kind of reminds me of that. So I'm hoping it'll come full circle. I'm gonna keep reading. I'll check in with you whenever I finish, but I'm enjoying my time so far. So it's been a couple days since I finished The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and I ate this up so fast. I read this in just like 3 or 4 days, I think. Life got a little busy after I finished this book, and I just didn't have time to film since then. I enjoyed my entire time reading this. All I wanted to do while reading this book was just read it. I was loving the relationship between the two. It's just a easy read. The recording that Olive did during her speech did come full circle. That's what I expected. So I saw the ending of this book from a mile away because of the certain like little comments that Ali Hazelwood would make. Like the little foreshadowing comments I read into, so I knew what the ending of this book was going to be like. So the recording got played for Adam, and so now he knows. And Tom is no longer in his life, and Adam and Olive are together. So the book came full circle. I will definitely continue reading her books as like a little palate cleanser in between like my fantasy series. I'm glad that I read this during the season because it is a book around this time frame. It's during like the first semester, first couple months of the school year. So it just was the perfect time frame for me to read. I was literally imagining this in this weather that I'm experiencing at the moment. So good, highly recommend. I just wanted to shout out my roommate for letting me borrow her book so I could read this finally, and this is her favorite book. Now I'm passing it back to you. Unfortunately, I can't stamp my little from the library of Audrey in this, but I really appreciate you letting me borrow this so I could actually get into the world of Ali Hazelwood and see the writing style that you keep talking up and keep trying to get me into. I enjoyed it, even though there was certain science words or explanations of stuff. It was right over my head, nothing I understood, but still understood the storyline even without all that. So good, highly recommend. I just want to say thank y'all so much for coming along for this video, and I hope y'all are having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and go check out my other videos if you want. There are plenty of them. Thank you so much. Bye.